Hello everyone, Shintobean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, continuing the Arcs of Omen, the Lion campaign. Now, this is the final boss fight, where we're playing as Lionel Johnson. If I win this, I can unlock one copy of Azrael, and it is going to be against the Chaos Knight. I'm still running the same composition I introduced in the first video for this campaign, and I have not lost a single match with that. Still, the only strike that I got was the very first match when I was just running all Dark Angels. So this has worked very nicely. There have been a few close calls. It can be a little bit tricky knowing when to deploy certain cards. One thing that, again, you do want to try to do is deploy some strong melee hitters towards the end. So usually what I end up doing is, I think, saving Uriel Ventris for the later part of the battle and trying to deploy like the Tech Marine early and also the Psyker earlier, because those two guys don't really have a very strong melee attack. You don't really want them alongside Lionel Johnson himself. We'll try this level out and see how it goes. Alright, Hatred's Embrace. So we've got the giant Chaos Knight as the Warlord. Once again, looking at the stats here, all three attack types: Big Game Hunter, Regeneration, and the special rule increases the attack stats of all cards that are 40 or more cost. So, let's see, I think we're going to actually deploy this guy first. Pretty good opening hand. So, put this Chaplain down, and then they got a Big Game Hunter, but we have Big Game Hunters as well, which ours are under 40 points. So, this is actually a pretty good matchup there, I guess. The other nice thing I noticed is Big Game Hunters work particularly well with Lionel Johnson's special rule, where they get to attack first, because oftentimes, for example, this Venom Crawler kind of threw a wrench in my plans with the taunt there, but if that wasn't there, then I could just hit that Forge Fiend turn 1, and then on turn 2, before it gets a chance to attack back, assuming they go for a ranged attack, I would actually be able to destroy that Forge Fiend before it could even fire off its attack. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case here because of that Venom Crawler. So, they are getting their attack stats boosted. I think it's 170 damage, and they've got the War Dog Carnivore. That's another pretty nasty one. I think I don't really want to attack into the Venom Crawler, actually, so we're just going to start off with a Psychic turn here. Debuff both the ranged and melee, and then ready. I noticed a lot of my bodyguards actually, they charge up the ranged bar when they ready, which is not actually very useful, because I don't have really many powerful ranged units in this deck. So that is kind of the one downside of these bodyguards, but considering their stats and their traits, I think it's still a very solid composition. So let's just go with our first series of melee attacks here. So 203 damage to the Forge Fiend. Not sure if we're actually going to be able to kill it with the counterattack. I guess we'll find out. I just realized I usually have Belial alongside Torgerdon, so with Inspiring Presence, he definitely would have been able to kill the Forge Fiend, but I think, yeah, he just didn't have quite enough firepower, as you can see. So, yeah, I do kind of wish that Tech Marine had just died. So this is also kind of dangerous, having a unit at very low health remaining at the end of the turn, because, yeah, if they deploy something with Furious Charge, which Chaos have a lot of, that could be pretty devastating, being able to hit the Chaplain from the flank. So we'll see what comes out. Hopefully, I really hope it's not, the Brass Scorpion. Okay, we're safe on that end at least. Okay, another Big Game Hunter, the Archlord Discordant, also has Big Game Hunter, but it's not going to affect any of my bodyguards. They're going with a melee attack. And we are attacking first, as you can see there, 172 damage. I think once this Tech Marine goes down, we should be able to... 1 health left on the Chaplain. That was pretty crazy. I think we can drop Belial here. But I do want to drop this guy as well. I guess we can drop him once the Chaplain goes down. We do want to keep the fear, I think, on the War Dog, just to sort of mitigate some of the damage. Actually, well, I was going to say mitigate the damage from the death blow, but it's not actually going to happen because it's not dying just yet. So, we will be able to take down the guy in the left lane. And what to do now? This is going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, this thing is just going to do a lot of damage when it dies. Belial can block up to 171 damage, which is pretty good. Like, we could move Torgerdon to the center. We could also put this guy down, but I think he's just going to die. So I think we'll try this out and see how it goes. We'll drop the Librarian over in the right lane. Maybe go Psychic for a few turns. Okay, wow. Alright, so there's Vashtor over there. Now, that guy does a lot of damage. Torgerdon is just slightly stronger. Oh, and he's getting the buff, yeah, to his stats. So that's a huge attack right there. Okay, gonna come pretty close to actually killing the Warthog Carnivore with the Psionic Blast, but I don't think it's quite enough. I think it was like 24 damage, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so, ooh, it's a bit unfortunate there. Not the greatest. We're gonna go with a ranged attack. And I think Torgerdon's probably going to die from the death blow here. I think they still have a few more death blow units, if I remember correctly, though. Okay, he actually survived that, but then, yeah, here comes the attack to finish him off. So, yeah, this is starting to look a little bit scary. I guess we could go... yeah, this is really not great. We'll try Kaivan Shrike. I don't really know if we even want to be killing Vashtor. We'll see what else comes out. Okay. Big barrage unit, Wardog Brigand, and then a healer. Okay, so just healing those guys up. We'll see if we have enough damage to take down Vashtor. We don't have any big game hunters on the field, but we do have Uriel Ventress saved for the end, so he should at least combo with Lionel Johnson. I think we do want to deploy the Lion first. And here comes that big barrage attack. So yeah, I think that Librarian's going to be dying soon. We might as well use this charged up Psychic attack to take down Vashtor. Hopefully this does, yeah, that will do the trick. Our other two guys do get to attack first on the opponent's turn, but I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference here. We'll see what the final bodyguard is. Is it going to be a Brass Scorpion? No, it's actually Celesk with a big old Furious charge dealing 111 damage. Alright, well, I assume they will go ranged here, which is actually not too bad. We will lose 2 units, but that means we do have 2 solid units to go alongside Lionel Johnson here at the end. So, question is, where do we want to deploy this guy? Let's see, Celesk just does a whole lot of damage. Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky here, but well, I guess we'll go ahead and drop the Lion. And I think we can take down Celesk, actually, with Uriel Ventress, with the Furious Charge. Charged up with Inspiring Presence. This actually hasn't happened too often, where I have Belial alongside the Lion. That's actually pretty good, because this is a huge amount of attack boost to these guys. So yeah, with this charged up melee attack, we can just cut our way right through these guys. And then we got a big game hunter that can hit the enemy warlord from the side. So this actually worked really nicely. And we'll be able to get extra attacks in against the enemy warlord as well from the Lion's special rule. He's still got 4 shields left, so he's just fine. Are they going to go Psychic? They are. Okay, but we still get the extra attack in. Hopefully it's from Ventress, and yeah, he does get the extra attack there. So boom, 189 damage from that free attack. Yeah, and we'll be able to win, I think, on this turn. So yeah, that was actually, that went very smoothly. I'll just end with a melee attack here. Ventress dealing, again, 189 damage and 255 from the Lion. Some pretty scary bodyguards, but yeah, that actually was not too bad. Wasn't even the most difficult match. So yeah, this composition here worked out very well for myself. I was able to make it through every match I played without any losses. So I hope you had a good experience with this campaign. We do have another one starting. The current campaign is actually available for another over 4 days. They extended it because of all of the glitches and stuff going on in the game. If you have updated the game to the latest version, you should be able to play it without problem. But starting in a little over a day is another exploration, with the final reward being Cypher, which is nice. I don't actually have this guy. So for this one, everything is once again set at max level. We got 400 points, but we're going to be playing as 4 different factions and playing against 4 different factions. So pretty much everything except the Leagues of Votann will be in this one. So again, they'll have curated decks, I'm sure. So this should be a pretty fun challenge. Looking forward to that one. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.